They didn't have to be slaves anymore. And then, I don't know what happened from there because I'm ignorant of history. But on that same day, there was a Supreme Court case against Nestle for buying products from a place in, I believe it was in Africa, that supposedly is being run off of slave labor. Now, here what was very funny about this case. I've said before that it seems to me like the Supreme Court is lazy. They don't actually want to do their jobs. When things that are epically interesting come across their desk, such as do governors have the power to restrict your freedom because of viruses, they go, hey, we're not going to rule on this aspect of it, but we can tell you that it's a violation of the religious freedom thing because it's not being equally applied. But the more interesting part of the law of whether or not governors even have the power to do this and whether or not we're going to refrain temporarily from the spirit of the Constitution, that we're not going to look at because we're lazy and we don't really care about laws. So we're not really looking to investigate these things. We'll just go with the easier option for how we can throw this one out of court and screw everybody else over that hasn't had the financial resources to actually show up here and say, and by the way, we know that Fauci's going to, quit pretending like the virus is going to kill people and you can get back to your lives soon anyways. So why would we do an audit of government to say how terrible they are? So in this case, similar things happen. I don't know how many years it took for these people who were claiming to have been slaves to finally get in front of the Supreme Court, to possibly get payment for their time. It's a little bit of retribution for not being paid for years of labor on cocoa plants of things that exclusively ended up, I believe, in Nestle and maybe it was Cadbury products. I know Nestle for sure. So what's funny is, they finally takes them 10 years. They finally get to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court basically just is a bigger version of the DMV where they're like, you got to talk to Congress. This is the wrong window. I get that it took you 10 years to get here and you got all your paperwork in order, but it's the wrong department. You got to go talk to these guys. And they're like, well, how do we get in front of these guys? They're like, listen, I don't know.